I was at an event the other day, and there was a gentleman there. I was talking to him about Google Ads and how things have changed for him over this last couple of years. What he explained to me is that a few years ago, prior to 2020, ran his own ads and had really good success with that. He generated a lot of good business out of it. But then he said something changed. And little by little, the number of leads and calls and things that he was getting just disappeared. At the end of the day, the platform has changed quite a bit. I've been doing this 17 years. I've seen how things have evolved over the years, and I can tell you the way things are now is very, very different from the way it was even a couple of years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. So here are 3 quick tips that I gave him that I want to give you right now that you can implement that will really help to bring back your campaigns if you are in the same sort of situation. Number 1, you have to start testing campaign types other than just search. You can't just be one-trick pony anymore. This is because one of the key changes in the Google ecosystem is that I don't want to say they're forcing advertisers to adopt other types of ads, but they're pushing advertisers in that direction, and eventually it may be something you don't have a choice but to do. Meaning, campaigns like Performance Max, for example, you upload images, videos, and text to display in your ads, and then Google interchanges the different puzzle pieces together to create different ads for you. But one of the problems with this for advertisers is that you don't really know what images and videos work for you unless you've already tested those and isolated those out into YouTube campaigns and display campaigns. So one of the things you need to do is test display and YouTube and find images and videos that you know convert really well and are profitable, and then bring them into Performance Max, okay? So that's number 1. You have to test different types of creative. Number 2 is you have to start getting a little bit more serious about your landing page optimization strategy. You can't just use the same website and the same landing pages over and over again throughout year over year and expect them to convert as good as they did a few years ago. So the way to get an edge over your competition is to have a landing page that converts a little bit better than it did before. So you have to start learning about conversion rate optimization principles and adopting a process that will help you to collect data and then test different landing pages out in order to get a higher overall conversion rate from all the traffic that you send to those pages. And the final thing that you need to do is to get a little bit more serious about your tracking and analytics. A lot of companies who are generating phone calls or leads, they're optimizing to get more leads and calls, but they're not necessarily optimizing towards revenue. And that's a big mistake, because the way the algorithm works right now is that if you tell it you want more calls and leads, it's going to generate calls and leads regardless of the quality of the calls and leads. Google figures, okay, we're getting the phone to ring, and therefore we did our job. And that's not always really the case, especially with all the issues related to spam that are happening for a lot of advertisers. You have to start moving towards a revenue-based optimization strategy instead of just only a lead-based optimization strategy. Okay, so that's where you have to start looking for ways to tie your offline conversion data back into the campaigns so that you have that revenue data to drive the optimization strategy in addition to the lead data, right? That's if you're not e-commerce. If you're e-commerce, of course, you're automatically going to be, hopefully you should be optimizing for revenue. So anyway, guys, hopefully that's helpful. If you find this video helpful, do like and subscribe. Drop a comment, let me know what you think, and I will see you on the next video. Images and video.